Hello there, this is DBT, and this Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8, and today I'm finally gonna be doing a multiplayer protest of the Fordzilla P1. And I say finally because this has been requested for a long time, and I'm sorry that it has taken me this long to do, but you know, I've been busy when it comes to recording stuff for the channel and whatnot, and I always said that I like the suggestions, though it's not always guaranteed that I'll get to them in a timely fashion. But hey, here we are. So, you know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna play classic multiplayer with this card exclusively, sequential races, and see what happens in those races. But before I do that, if you enjoy my content, make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel, cause why not? It's free. Do it for DBT. But alright, so the Fordzilla P1, car of class A. Like I said, we're gonna be going into classic series or classic season. Let me select the car and activate some boosters. And as usual, here's the stats in case you want to look at them. But man, speaking of look, just check this car. It's so weird, it's crazy. Some people used to say that it looks like the Faraday. I can see the resemblance, but this still looks even cooler in my opinion. But alright, let's find some races and see what this car can do. And because the Lamborghini month is officially over, now I've gone back to wearing my DBT hoodie, even if it looks super blurry over here because of reasons. But alright, so Fordzilla, what is the deal with this car? Well, this car was added, I don't know, like well over a year ago in the game. And, well, obviously in the game, right? It makes sense, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, DBT, focus. So the car was added, it was a premium car, it wasn't a festival. I don't think that there were car hunts just yet. So if you wanted to acquire this car, you had to pay the premium, which was something like $10 if I remember correctly. And honestly, I saw this car and I thought, man, that is one very cool looking car, but I wasn't in a position to want to spend the money on the car at that time. So I was like, maybe I'll get it someday, hopefully it'll come back, but we'll see. So I didn't, I missed on the opportunity of getting this car back when it released. And at the time, people used to say that this car wasn't very good. Or rather, it wasn't a... Oh, sorry, buddy. But just stop right there. I don't know. Ooh, RIP. People used to say that this car was not great. I don't think people said that it was bad, but then... Oh my god, someone else got on the live. Let's go! Is this gonna be a W with my Fordzilla in the first race? Hopefully I don't crash. But you know that I've never cared too much for the performance of the cars. I really like, or rather, I really focus on the looks of the cars and the sounds of the car. If they perform good, great. If they perform not so good, well, it is what it is, but I'm still gonna drive them, which is the case with a bunch of Lambos, that it doesn't matter that they're not great. First place, Baba! I still play with them. So, we'll keep talking about the performance of this car in a second, but first let's check what I beat. Ooh, an Essence ICB12 177 Evoluzione, Camaro Independence Edition, Onyx, a GT3 Year of the Rabbit Edition. I beat two of the kings of this bracket, let's go. Veyron, the old one, and a Kunta Shell PI, which I own alive, but it wasn't on purpose, so I take no responsibility for that. So regardless of the performance of the car, I was always interested on getting it because it looks cool, and I thought, hey, I like cool looking cars. But like I said, I didn't get it when the opportunity was there through the festival, and I was like, that's Jesus. Well, I don't know why that turn is my enemy. Sometimes I do it too early, sometimes too late. I can never do it proper. But anyway, so later on, this car was also added. Which side? This side. It was also added in the master key list, meaning that if you had a master key for class A, you were able to get this car with or through the master key. And I did have the master key for it, but I never decided to use it. Why? What's going on? The first race, first place, no problem. Second race, absolutely terrible performance by DBT. It's fine. It's to make it into... Oh my... I'm fine. I'm fine. So yeah, I didn't go for the car either. I did have the master key, but I've always been a little bit stingy with my resources. You know how I am. So I only had one master key for class A, and I said, I'm not gonna use it on this car. I'm gonna wait. Maybe there'll be another reason to use that master key, and I waited. And alright, everybody beat me. That's a terrible race. Let's pretend it never happened. Let's go for my totally second race. There's always something about Dubai that makes me lose. I don't know what it is. It just happened. But anyway, so I never got the car through the master key either, because I only had one master key and I was like, I'll save it. So I was still just waiting patiently, and at the end of the day I decided, you know what, it's fine. If someday I really want the car, maybe I'll just use my master key. What I didn't expect is that there was gonna be the Funk event, which for that event, this was the main car. There was a special events, which by the way are no longer a thing apparently, because they have not done another one, which is a bit of a shame. I did enjoy those. But yeah, in the special event, the main car was this. And in fact, that was the very last special event. I made a video talking about how that special event in a way was the easiest, because in special events you needed a ton of cars, support cars and whatnot in order to make good progress. But in this particular special event for the Fordzilla, you could literally clear it up by spending tokens. Now, granted, at the time when this happened, tokens were still pay to win only. They were premium only. You could not get those for free. But you didn't need a lot of tokens in order to acquire this car. You know that cars normally in Class A would used to sell for what, like 12,000 tokens or something? Before, obviously, the changes that happened like a month ago where all the cars became first place, baby! They all became tokens. So yeah, it was a lot of tokens to buy a Class A car. But how many tokens did you need to get this car through its special event? 1,000 tokens, which honestly wasn't even that much. I made a video on it. I'll put the link in the top right if you want to watch it. But look at that. Countach, Veyron, P1, Viap, Onyx, and Imola. Let's go. I mean, there wasn't any proper king over there, but still first place is first place. So yeah, with those 1,000 tokens, you were perfectly set up to get this car. And that was great. And I don't know exactly how many dollars would that cost, but it wasn't super expensive. But anyway, the point is that was the chance to get the car again, and because I had a bunch of tokens from before, I just spent my tokens and voila, I got the car. Eventually I upgraded it, and here we are. Like I said, people asked me to make a video on this car for a long time, and like I said at the start of the video, I'm sorry that it took this long, but hey, here we go. Eventually I catch up. Oh, Jesus Christ, I mean, speed trick that made me way slower. But how is the car? All right. At the very start of the video, I talked about how people underappreciated this car. They were just saying that it's not a great car. But it seems that by now, the appreciation of this car has changed, where it's still not considered a king, I don't believe so, but it's not a bad car by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it seems like a pretty good car. It seems to accelerate really good. It handles really good. It can be a little bit unstable, or that's what I've experienced from time to time, rare skids. And honestly, the drift, I'm not 100% sure, but this is the best place to test that out. Pretty good. Look at that. That was some pretty good drift. First place, baby! I'm telling you, this is a very strong car. It's not a king, but damn, it do be pretty strong. And tell me it doesn't look cool with that livery. It does. It certainly does. All right. And by the way, shout outs to Partis. I saw him over there. Sorry that I didn't shout you out in batting, but there we go. Yeah, one of the rumors, so you love to see it. Whoa, boy. That is going to be 12 players in China. That's gonna get a little bit tough, but all right, let's see what happens. My textures, they're not there. Lovely. All right. So one thing that I do believe this car has that it's a little bit on the weak side is the nitro. That's not to say that it has a straight up garbage tier nitro, but you know, I could definitely do with a slightly higher one. But I guess if it did have better nitro, then it would be a 1772 rather than 1771. But oh well, small differences. And there's one thing that does properly bother me about this car, and that is, can you guess? Come on, can you guess? I've talked about this before. Leave me in the comments right now your guess as to what it is that really bothers me about this car. Anybody that gets it right, you're going to win absolutely nothing. But hey, at least I'll tell you, yeah, you were right. Oh man, I was looking good in this race and then I completely messed up. See? That is the problem. All right, I hope you already posted it. No cheating. If you cheat, I will know. And even if I don't know, you will know that you cheated. And you will feel bad about it next day and the day after. And for the rest of your life. You're gonna be 65 years old thinking, man, I remember that video with DVT where I lied and I cheated. And that wasn't right of me. But anyway, what I don't like about this engine is... Excuse me, of this car. I already gave it up. God damn it, DVT. What I don't like is the engine sound. It's not that I dislike the engine sound. I dislike how quiet it is. This thing is absurdly quiet. It needs to be fixed. All right, 9th place. It's fine. That's what happens when you are... Okay, there were the kings over there. This is what happens when you go into the map that has a ditch. The ditch of China that I hate. It's fine. Though now that I think about it, I actually didn't fall in the regular ditch. I fell by the Buddha statue, I think. Oh, well, whatever. A long time ago, I don't know, it's been like a year or something, I made a video where I talked not only about some of the engine sounds being wrong for the Lambos and whatnot, which is different than 2 videos that I did recently, whatever. I'll link it up on the top right. I talked about that, but I also talked about some engines that were too quiet, amongst them this one, precisely, and a few others like the NSX GT3, though I'm not sure if it's this exact same sound or not, but it's equally as quiet. And the problem with that is that, well, you can't hear them. Listen to this. I can kind of hear it, but I hear about as loud every... God and it had to be a Veneno. I'm fine. I can hear other engines more clearly than I can hear my own. And that is the problem that I have with this car. It actually sounds cool. Listen. Well, can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it, because seriously, it's so damn quiet. So yeah, this definitely bothers me because, for example, there's another engine sound that I've talked a lot about that it's too quiet, and that is the McLaren engine sound. You know which one I'm talking about, the one that goes wah, 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 wah. That one? Don't you love my onomatopoeias? But yeah, so the McLaren engine sound I've talked about before, how it's too quiet, and I actually didn't like it for the longest time until I actually got to play Asphalt 7, and that is something that I showed precisely on that video. How that engine sound at good volume sounds amazing, but at the low volume that Asphalt 8 has, it sounds super wimpy, it sounds boring. So it's a similar case with this one, where the engine sound is too quiet. Listen to it. It certainly is there, but man, so absolutely tremendously quiet. I don't like it. And by the way, I've been using the Funk livery, which looks honestly really cool. They added the same livery in Asphalt 9, but the colors don't pop or stand out as much as they do over here, even though in Asphalt 9 it's animated. But this still looks even better in my opinion. So fantastic livery, though I want to show you this car in other colors because it has colors. And you know that I love color options. So let's have a look at that real quick. So like I said, I'm just using that livery. There's another livery which I think was available the very first time that this car was, well, offered or being sold through the premium of the festival or whatever it was. Anyway, I never acquired this livery, but you know that now liveries you can buy with vouchers if you really want to go premium for them. There's that option. Again, this is the one that I was wearing, using. But it has full color options and I love it for it. We got the white one, we got it also in black, which honestly doesn't look too bad over here because it's sort of like a satin black. It's not full on super glossy, so it looks cool, it looks stealthy. I don't know, I kind of like it though. I don't know how it looks in game. We got it also in this strange orangey, slightly red, slightly purpley tone. I think it's a very peculiar color. You have seen this same color combination in something like the Arash as F8. We got also in yellow, in orange. Oh, just look at this thing. Proper red. We got it also on straight up green and a very nice blue. I really like this blue, but I'm gonna try one race with this color to see if it looks as cool as it looks here in the race, but I don't believe it will. I think it will still look super glossy. All right, another Sector 8 race. We can do good over here, maybe. I don't know. Is this reverse or is it forward? It's reverse. Okay, I can recognize it because in the spiral there's a nitro bottle that is only there in the reverse version of the track. See, I'm learning little by little, all right? One day I needed to get used to the tracks after years of playing this. All right, it's super glossy. Yeah, it's not satin, it's not matte, it's glossy. So that is one thing that I noticed also over time when playing this game. Yeah, look at that ref. This is another thing that I noticed. The way that colors look in the garage is not the same as how they're gonna look in-game. You saw it over there. It wasn't glossy, meaning it wasn't as reflective. It had this kind of matte, kind of satin finish. Oh, jeez, I didn't mean to do this, but it's fine. It's fine. And over here it just looks perfectly reflective as usual. So yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. I've talked about this a ton of times, but I don't love cars in full-on black color because most of the times that tends to hide the shapes of the car, the lines of the car. I like being able to look at them, and especially bright colors do great to show the shapes of the car. But hey, even then, this car is so peculiar looking that even like this, you can still see that crazy splitter. You can see all the empty spaces between the wheels and whatnot. So it looks dope, but still black, not my thing. Not my thing. I'm telling you, the drift on this thing feels really, really nice. So there we go. Pretty strong on that sense as well. Oh, look at that. Part is still over here. Lovely, lovely stuff. All right, man, I'm getting a bunch of W's. Does that mean that this car is amazing? Oh, wait, color. No. I need to change the color. This isn't right. And by the way, if you want to get a heart and a pin on this video, you need to leave me the key phrase. That's right, I'm bringing them back. They weren't there for a while. I wasn't able to reply to all the comments on my videos lately because I've been rather busy, but I'm bringing this whole thing back. So yes, if you want to get the heart and the pin, you need to leave me the key phrase, which for today is, this car needs the engine sound to be louder. First person to post it gets the heart, the pin. Anybody else that posted afterwards only gets a heart. No editing comments, that doesn't count. It's not, you don't get anything if it's an edited comment. You need to write it. Right, because I had to remove that, no longer count edited comments, because what would people would do is as soon as I post a video, they would instantly leave a comment of whatever one letter post and then look for the key phrase. So they may not actually be the first person to hear the key phrase, but they were the first to post a message, and because they were edited, you know what I'm saying, right? So yeah, that is no longer counted. Now it's only if you post it proper. So there you go, and preferably properly spelled. But yeah, look at this view. Look at this view. I'm so glad that I was able to finally get it. Now, my master key is still there, by the way. I was talking earlier about how I have the master key and all of that, and I was saving it for something. Yeah, no, it's still there. I don't know what I'm saving it for. In fact, by now, I think I... RIP my race. Oh, what a mess up. Man, that was gonna be a clean W, and DBT proceeds to crash onto the wall. Well done, DBT. Oh, jeez, at least I didn't get knocked down there. Man, what a choke! Ah, DBT, why you do these things to me? To myself. You know what I'm saying, right? But yeah, so... let's hope for the best in the next one. Man, I just love seeing people with DBT hoodies, so shoutouts to that player. But alright, let's hope that this time DBT can do something a little better and not mess up his W because of skill issues, alright? It's a good, it's a good. But no, for real, this car is definitely very, very useful, very good. Again, if maybe the only thing that I would complain about is the nitro not being great, but other than that, the car by itself, and when I say it's not great, I don't mean that it's bad, alright? It's not by nitro, it's usable nitro, so there you go. Obviously, as you can see with that Camaro Independence Edition, oh, Jesus Christ. He still out-accelerates me. Oh, is that Pardas? That's Pardas, I guess, with the Onyx. He pushed me. Why'd you push me, buddy? Nah, it's all good. But yeah, it can still be out-accelerated. That is not a question. It doesn't have the best anything to my knowledge, but still it's a really, really overall great car. So if you have a chance to get it... Oh, sorry, buddy. If you have a chance to get it, go ahead and get it. Is it worth paying premium if it ever comes back in a car hunt? Maybe. If you're missing a half-decent Class A car, this definitely will do more than just being decent. It's a pretty good car, so that is definitely one thing that you could consider. And the car definitely looks very, very cool. Some people would say that it's an ugly car, but I think it's a very cool-looking car. So to me, that's a W combination. It would be an even WR combination if it vroomed hard, but it vroomed so quiet. We can only hope that Gameloft one day fix it. I have reminded Gameloft that, hey, could you fix it? It's a very easy fix. But so far, they have not. So the only thing I can do is hope that they will listen someday. Oh, come on. And they put me again in Dubai? Really? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. This is a moment for me to come back from my Dubai curse. So I think it's the time for redemption, for DBT to rise to the occasion and show the power of this car and his own skills. And DBT started talking in third person, I don't know why. Let's go. Now, I gotta be careful over here because this track doesn't have jumps, so my nitro will definitely be on a bit of a precarious situation. Look at that, clean player Pardas. See why I love racing with the Vroomers, alongside with the Vroomers, because they're clean players. And it's just so much fun to be racing and see what we can do. And oh my god, he goes a little bit faster. Oh my god, I go a little faster. You know, things like that. It's super dope when things like that happen, to see things like that. So yeah, and yeah, I went wide over there to pick the other nitro bottle because I figure Odin over there in first place was gonna get the one on the left side. So look at that, DBT and his next level planning and stuff. You know what, a second place not too bad, I'm gonna say. So overall, fantastic car. Not a king, but hey, kind of close? I don't know. Very good drifter, very good handling, decent acceleration, and decent nitro. Man, this thing is a beast. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.